there is definitely a connection between self-love and prosperity. So if you are new here, welcome to my podcast. My name is Serenity Iris, and I love exploring prosperity and all the different facets around it, including for your business and how you can grow and enroll ideal clients. If you want to check out a free masterclass training on that, you can go to the description and check that out after listening to this podcast. But this theme is something that I've really been exploring and contemplating lately because it is just coming up for me personally all over the place. And you know, when it comes to generosity of our spirit, sharing of our gifts with other people through service and helping them bring increase to their lives, which is basically what a business is, right? You provide something good, something helpful to other people to increase their enjoyment or their life. And for most of us, many of us, it's often connected with our divine gifts. And so we want to really be open channels of giving and receiving, and this really ties in as well when it comes to love, and being connected and remembering that we are love, and that in that vibration everything is possible, everything opens up. And so I've been actively thinking about it. I thought it might be fun to kind of tune in. I was already starting to connect with my higher self before recording this, so this episode is probably going to be a hybrid of my collected thoughts and ideas that have been coming through, and I've been capturing them, and a combination of some channeled insights as well. So let's just see where this goes. So with the circulation of prosperity, as you give, you shall receive. As you give, you shall receive. I like to think of it as this circular flow, right? The flow of oxygen and air in and out of our bodies to nourish us, the flow and circulation of water through our water systems in this world, and on and on. Like, there are examples everywhere of circulation, and this circulation is experienced with love as well. It's like when we are tuned into that divine source level love, it's unconditional, it's ever present, it's within all of us, it's in everything as well. If we are open to it, if we can observe it, if we have tuned our awareness to that, then we can access it. And then as we experience a movement, so like the breath, as we exhale and inhale, then all of a sudden there's that movement of that air. So as we give and receive the love, perhaps with another person, or maybe whoever, your favorite pet, or maybe a beautiful tree, there's this exchange of the giving and the receiving. And if we bring it down to the personal, our relationship with all that is, or source, or God, or spirit, we have this, it's like a communication and this flow of, I feel like we can also be in this stillness too. We can feel ourselves in this state. And then where it gets pretty amazing and magical is when we do share. So when we share our gifts, so this is the bridge between our love, our self-love, the expression of it, and sharing our gifts, and how it connects with prosperity. Because with prosperity, it is, so if we're talking financial prosperity, for example, that is just the effect of some good that has been provided, right? The money that's been exchanged is a symbol of appreciation. And so as we share generously our gifts and talents and service to provide good for other people, we share that unconditionally with this beautiful heart. And hopefully it's up to the other person to fully receive it, but they receive it. And then we have this complete flow of the circulation of the gift. It's being shared out and then received, enjoyed by another, right? And there's a circulation of prosperity. And so this is where, if we take it a bit deeper and look at and explore unconditional giving, unconditional love, where we give freely and beautifully of our talents and our gifts, our love, without expectation of return. So we don't even, there's no expectation of a thank you or acknowledgement or a medal or recognition or anything like that. We just actually give deeply from our hearts. That type of giving and generosity feels really good and is energizing, because it's like you're tapped into this ever flowing gift. But where it can feel not so good is when we do have the attachments of some expectation of some kind of something, right? So it's sort of conditional. Well, I will feel good about that generosity or that giving of the love or the service if it's matched with some kind of condition. And this has been so fascinating for me, because every time I have felt kind of a little depleted or a little drained, it was because somewhere in there I was expecting some kind of something, right? Whether it's recognition or a type of appreciation in this form or whatever it was. And so really looking at that, I just feel like being consciously aware of this is like this gateway to like infinite flow of abundance and circulation. Let me know if this idea resonates with you. And it's going, this is the work, right? This is the inner work of us really understanding where our edge is and then seeing what we can do to further expand. So we meet the edge, which is, it's kind of good. It's like, oh, hello, edge of my awareness. Nice to see you. And okay, I can see that on the other side of this is something even greater. So just dropping the expectation. It's very easy to see this within our relationships and love. And so if we are to just generously, lovingly be caring, and we think of someone and hold them in our thoughts and in our heart, and we send that loving energy out without any expectation of return. And maybe there have been challenges in the past or current challenges. I've been testing this out. It's fascinating. So I'm sending love out to a person where currently perhaps there hasn't been great communication, or hasn't been received, or whatever it is. And I've been continuing to send love out. I know that I have been feeling so much better, and I'm not expecting a certain kind of a return. I just know, it's like this knowing that, okay, well, things are shifting in, they're shifting and doing its thing in the background. And sure enough, I get this call from the person who I've been sending love to. And it's as if like nothing ever happened and it's all good. And we're just picking up where we left off. And it's amazing. It is so, so powerful. And I know it's because I was in that loving state with no conditions, no expectation of any kind of return. And I was good with that. I was okay with that. So this is I'm talking about a relationship with another person, but this is also connected with self-love as well. It runs pretty deep. And so if I didn't have the confidence, or if I hadn't been doing the very deep inner spiritual work for filling those gaping holes that I had felt for years and years around love and expectations and things like that, I don't know if I would have been able to. It's sort of like, well, if I'm going to love someone, then there should be some coming back, right? And that's conditional. So I find it very, very fascinating. And it makes perfect sense that it's connected with our prosperity as well, which is prosperity in relationships, in love, in our health, right? Healthy circulation flowing through our bodies, healthy flow of emotions, and then of course our finances and our businesses as well. So let's see if there's anything more. I'm gonna just tune in. So how are love and prosperity connected? Love and prosperity are the same. They are one. Just like you are aspects of a greater whole. There is no separation. It's all fully integrated. In fact, the illusion of the separation and then a remembering, a coming together of the parts of you, the aspects of you that have held an illusion of being separate, of being unloved, of being unworthy or unwanted, or whatever the case is. That realignment and remembering and reconnection to that aspect of you is this integration, is this love that happens within. It's this remembering that we are all part of this greater whole. And so as you reconnect and remember yourself into the awareness of the greater whole, this is just the same for prosperity. Prosperity, all that is ever present. And you tap into that. You tap into that flow and that circulation of all that is. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of and to actively remember. So as you give to another and they receive it, that exchange, that movement, that flow is what so powerfully allows the flow of energy and intention, the flow of love and value. It's very much what love is. And prosperity, the words are interchangeable, really. Okay, so what about financial prosperity in particular? Financial prosperity is another expression of that flow, that circulation, that love. When you imagine the upliftment and the happiness, when someone lights up as they receive some money, and they know what they can use it for, what they'll be able to enjoy. Just them receiving the money, and then for them to enjoy the gift that's been received, they've got to then send it out and give it to receive. So it's this beautiful circular flow, this rhythm of flow that's happening. You receive and you give it and you receive. So similar to when you give a gift, when you give some money and you feel wonderful about that. You see someone else lighting up, or you acknowledge their value and are appreciating it through your spirit and your words and through your money. It sends so much good out there. And you receive that goodness as you're sending that good out. Just like with love, as you send the love out, it flows through you first. As you send that abundance out, it flows through you first. And so we can be easy with this. Let's say you start off by giving something of value that's connected with your talents, your gift. You give that. You're starting from that abundance. You're starting with what you have and you share it. You have it and you share it and you send it out, and it raises up someone else. Or at the very least, whether or not they're ready to receive it, you feel great about the giving of it. And because you do, you're already in that spirit of abundance, of love, and you're flowing it out. And it becomes even more powerful when there is someone on the other end to receive it. And as they receive it, they're actually giving that gift back to you. So it's this incredibly dynamic giving and receiving that multiplies. And it starts with you. All right. I was seeing images of this like incredible ripple effect of sending good out. It was the money or the gifts, just sending that out, and then lighting someone else up. So then they're lit up and their joy bounces right back to you. They're experiencing that abundance, and then they're going out and circulating it to other people. And it's like this infinite cycle of flow. So I believe they're connected. That makes sense in my heart. Let me know if this resonates with you, if you enjoyed this. I'm testing out tuning in and actually recording that process. I may or may not continue to do this. It's still it's still new territory for me. So if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear. And because what I could do is I could tune in and then speak about the messages I received, but I'm testing it out. There's no way to know until I test it out. So here we go. But if you enjoyed this episode, definitely like it, subscribe. And what that does is that's you receiving and then giving some good as well, because it helps to share this with other people who might also benefit. So then we're circulating more of it. Isn't that good? So, and if you did resonate with a particular insight, feel free to comment and share what that is for you. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to seeing how you are using these ideas, how you're resonating with this, and let me know. I'm Serenity Iris, and I'll talk to you soon.